Nawala yung...
Ronnie Dan's sister have spoken and denied accusations of Dan's involvement with drugs. Read what she has to say. After the controversy brought by the president's big reveal in regards to de Lima's involvement with the illegal drug trade inside the new Bilibid prison and her alleged illicit affair with driver Ronnie Dan, the family of Dan have spoken. The media have been obsessed with the juicy news on de Lima's alleged affair with Dan. Many speculations on the president's claims about de Lima funding Dan's house have risen in a white two-story home in Urbiztondo, Pangasinan was believed to be the said house. The sister of Dan had broken her silence, saying she can no longer sleep at night. However, she denied all accusations on her brother's involvement with de Lima. Wala akong alam na relasyon nila kasi nakikita lang naman si Madam de Lima sa TV, she said. She also denied that the said two-story White House came from de Lima. She explained that the home was bought by their family and that they only renovated it. She have also denied President Duterte's accusations on her brother being de Lima's collector of drug money in the new Bilibid prison. Yung sa droga wala kaming alam diyan, dahil kaming mga pamilya, galit kami sa mga ganyan. She have also given a message to Ronnie asking him to come out and clear their names. Ever since the controversy, Dan was on the run, claiming that the cops were after him and is planning on framing him up with illegal firearms. Kung nasan ka man Ronnie, lumabas ka na parang awa mo na. Invite you to watch the video. Message of family of killed nurse, mag-isip-isip naman po kayo, sana hindi kayo mabiktima tulad ng Jeffrey Guarin have now surrendered after the murder of the 23-year-old St. Luke's nurse in her own boarding house and is about to face charges despite his claim that he did not intend to do so. He admitted killing the victim, however he said his motive in breaking in was only to steal money to buy alcoholic drinks.
Sa droga ang suspect na nauna nang sumuko sa oplantokhang ng PNP. Nahaharap siya ngayon sa kasong murder.
September pause. The victim have been stabbed 19 times after she caught Guarin red-handed. The family of the victim is now grieving for the loss and have given a message to those who opposes the anti-drug campaign of the government. Guarin earlier surrendered in the government's Oplantokhang, an anti-drug campaign that encourages drug suspects to surrender. Despite Guarin's claims that he no longer uses drugs now, he tested positive during the drug test. Invite you to watch the video. 70-year-old Chinese man bought a replica of his dead wife. The reason why will shock you. The wife of a 70-year-old man named Zhang passed away. They have been together for 40 years and the passing of his wife caused him so much pain. It crushed his heart, and this is the reason why he bought the exact replica of the woman who is close to his heart. To fill the emptiness inside of him, he bought the 16000 silicon model. For 1 year he was happy and satisfied with the life that he has with the model. But when the doll started to deteriorate and the wires are already sticking out, he was once again devastated. The man is now suing the seller of the said replica doll because of the poor manufacturing tools and materials that were used to create it. Based on the statement of Zhang, the spirit of his wife was living inside the model and it is the one who supported him when his wife passed away. Invite you to watch the video. Dapat Paralanang Batas. Senator Dick Gordon told PNP Chief Beto in the Senate hearing. Why? Watch this. The Duterte administration has recently declared a war against drugs. After his declaration of war against drugs, hundreds and thousands of drug users and pushers have surrendered themselves to the authorities. The police that's being led by PNP Chief Beto are doing their best to eradicate crimes and drugs. And now, in a Senate hearing, Senator Dick Gordon has cited ways on how they could possibly find out who the big-time drug lords are. Everything points towards Bilibid, Your Honor, PNP Chief Beto de la Rosa replied. He also added that the drug users who were being captured and even the drug lords are saying that the supplier is Peter Company, who's currently inside the Bilibid. See Peter Company palagi ang tinuturo na source nila, na nasa Bilibid. He added, "We must work together as a nation." Senator added. Senator Dick Gordon then gained praises from the netizens and the Filipino people after such strong statements that he said in the hearing. Invite you to watch the video. Stay clean record versus Mahindra. TNT Katropa tries to inch closer. One of the top 4 berths today when the Texters shoot for a 7th straight victory in the PBA Governor's Cup, clashing with giant killer Mahindra in the critical elimination round game at Smart Araneta Coliseum in Cubao. A win in the 4:15 p.m. contest would put the Texters possibly within just another triumph of sealing a twice-to-beat privilege in the first round of the playoffs, even as Phoenix Petroleum and NLEX battle it out to boost their respective bids for the next round in the 7 p.m. game. TNT has led this tournament right from the start and would remain in the lead even with a loss. Mahindra, which has a 5-2 slate and is tied with idol sister teams Barangay Ginebra and San Miguel Beer, will be gunning for a victory that would allow the enforcers to stay within the magic circle of 4 squads that would earn quarter-final bonuses. Mikkel Ammons came in 2 games ago and proved a fit for the Texters, who are getting MVP-like numbers from top local gun Jason Castro and a huge offensive lift from veteran internationalist Michael Madeley. Reynaldo de Ocampo, Ryan Reyes and a host of others are playing their part and should do so again as the Texters try to contain the impressive James White and put the cuffs on the playmaking abilities of L.A. Revilla. White has been a great all-around force and is the biggest reason why Mahindra is in the upper half of the standings and playing the conference of its young PBA existence. TNT coach John Ruichico will have to devise plans to limit White's contributions, as this will also be the first time that the 6'8" White will be facing such a defense-oriented team. Revilla, on the other hand, returned from a 3-game absence to issue 10 assists against Blackwater last Sunday, his playmaking getting the entire team involved and making life a bit easier for White to operate near the rim. Madeley, meanwhile, will be coming off a 30-point game built around 8 triples in a 124-117 decision of the Fuel Masters over the weekend. Invite you to watch the video. Lateral damage, 5-year-old girl latest fatality in war on drugs, Philippines. Just like any other school day, 5-year-old Danica May Garcia eagerly prepared for her class. It's her first year studying at the East Central Elementary School in Dagupan City, Pangasinan, and she didn't want to be late. But Tuesday, August 23, was not like any other day for Danica and her family. She didn't even make it out of her home. At around noontime that day, just after taking a bath, a stray bullet took Danica's life. Gretchen So, Danica's aunt, said in an interview with Rappler that on August 23, 2 motorcycle riders suddenly barged into their house in Sitio Camangan, Barangay Miambo in Dagupan City, and began firing away. Their apparent target was So's grandfather, Maximo Garcia, 54, who was eating lunch with his wife, Gemma, and his 3 other grandchildren. There were 2 gunshots at first, followed by relentless shooting. According to So, Maximo ran to the back of the house where their makeshift bathroom was located. The gunman pursued him and continued firing at him. Danica was stepping out of the bathroom and got hit. So said when she got to the back of the house, Gemma was already clutching her grandchild's body. The bullet hit Danica's nape and passed through her right cheek. As of press time, Maximo was still in critical condition after sustaining 3 gunshot wounds, according to So. Why? So expressed her family's anger and frustration over what happened to her niece and father. 4 days before the incident, Maximo had surrendered to authorities after friends warned him that he was on the police watch list of drug personalities, which includes 4,755 individuals from 1,704 drug-affected barangays in the province. Nagsurrender po siya kasi ang sabi nila, at ang alam niya, na safe po siya. He surrendered because they said, and he knew, he was going to be safe, So said. She said that her father had stopped taking drugs for more than a year because of his medical condition. Maximo had already changed, So added. Sa tochu lang, almost 1 year na siyang halos na karte kasi na stroke po siya. Huminto na po siya at matagal na siyang nagbago. Actually, my father was almost bedridden for more than a year because he suffered a stroke. He stopped using drugs and he has already changed. These facts have made it more difficult for the family to accept Danica's death, so said. Danica was a kind and obedient daughter, her aunt said. Her relatives remembered her as the girl in the family who always joked around. Collateral damage. Danica adds to the string of fatalities in the Duterte administration's war on drugs. In Pangasinan, at least 2 others who do not fit the profile of drug addicts were killed by unidentified gunmen. On July 19, family breadwinner Roman Oman, a graduating student who was set to work in Dubai, was shot at close range in Dagupan City by masked men. On the same day, 22-year-old Rowena Chimson was also found lifeless in Barangay Parian in Maneg, Pangasinan, her hands tied and face covered. Dangling from her neck was a cardboard sign with the all-too-familiar phrase "Huwag tularan," pusher, don't emulate. A pusher. In a study conducted by Ronald U. Mendoza and Mian Banog of the Ateneo School of Government, Pangasinan ranks 6th in the number of most fatalities related to the current administration's war on drugs. In a desperate search for justice, Danica's family hopes President Rodrigo Duterte helps them in their plight. Thank you for watching videos. You remember like, register and comment below.